today in the chapter The Sectors of Indian Economy. I am going to deal the topic Importance of Public Sector in the Economy. Importance of public sector in economy. In another way, the question will be asked to you that why is public sector overcomes the private sector? This type of question also can be asked to you. The importance of public sector in economy can be understood under the following heads. They are huge investment is required in basic and key industries. Basic and key industries. You have to understand this. Basic and key industries are those industries which provide raw materials to another industry. Provide raw materials to other industries. What does it mean? It means that the industry will convert iron ore to steel, and that steel is required by another industry to produce different articles. For example, that iron and steel industry will provide steel to furniture industry, and this furniture industry, what they will prepare? They will prepare chairs, table, bed, sofa, etc. So, basic and key industries provide raw materials to other industries. And in this type of industry, huge investment is required. Means a lot of money is required. So, a private person cannot have such huge amount of money. So, the capital of private person should be supplemented by public sector. Means, since they do not have inadequate capital, that is, we can say inadequate capital they have. So this capital will be given by the government so that they can meet the expenditure of the production. So, in order to support the private industry or in order to supplement the private industry, the importance of public sector increases in the economy. The second is to reduce the regional disparity. What is regional disparity? Regional disparity refers to that some areas, suppose this is India, as I am making a rough diagram, some areas are more developed and some areas are less developed. The private person has tendency to set industries in those areas where those areas are developed before. For example, the private industry will try to set up industry in Kolkata or in Ahmedabad, or you can say in Bangalore or in Chennai. So they want to establish industries in those areas where industries have developed before. But the government, what they do? They establish industries in those areas where industries have not cropped up. As a result, what happens? Once an industry is developed in a particular area, then with the industries, a chain of development follows. A chain of developments follows. How? Once the industry will be established, then along with that, the laborers will come, both skilled and unskilled labor, they will be employed. For them, the residential setup will be there. Once the residential setup will come, for their children, the health centers will be opened, educational institutions will be opened, the routes will be developed to transfer goods from one place to another. In this way, what happens? Even the malls, shops, so many things will develop. So this is a chain reaction of the various industries set up in the various areas. So government always tries to establish industries in those areas where the private person has not established the industry. As a result, that area will be developed, and in this way, the regional disparity, it means that one area not developed, another area developed, this disparity will be reduced by establishing industry by the government. This is the second point. Let me rub all these things and then I will go to the third point. Next is to remove abuses of private sector. Now you will know what are the abuses of private sector. Abuses are that they exploit the workers. This is the most important abuse. How they exploit the workers? They will compel the workers to work for long hours. There will be no paid holidays for them. There will be no provident fund for them. There will be no gratuity. Then what happens? A worker is working under pressure. There is no security of job for those workers. So these are the abuses of private sector. So once the government set up the industries, then what happens? That there is a security of job, you will have proper holidays, fixed hours of work will be there. So these things are the facilities provided by the public sector, not by the private sector. So importance of public sector increases in any economy, whether economy is a developed economy or developing economy. Next is to reduce inequalities of income. What are the inequalities of income? Because in private sector, the workers are paid low. Only few workers who are at the higher positions, they are paid high. But in public sector, since they are government employees, so more employment will be there, and once the employment will be more, Naturally, more people will get the income, they will get the salary. Then what will happen? The gap between rich and poor will be reduced. Means everyone will get money to feed their families, to develop their families, to provide education to their families, to provide the better health facilities to their families. So once the income will come, all facilities will be enjoyed by the family of that person who is working in the public sector. Next is to create more employment opportunities. To create more employment opportunities. Naturally, the more the industries, more the employment. And since the government have a lot of money, so they can establish many industries. And once the industries will be established, the more workers will be employed and the employment opportunity will increase in our country. Moreover, it is the responsibility of the government to provide important services, because they are answerable to the people, they are chosen by the people, they are the representatives of the people. So basic services should be provided by the government. And those basic services are what? The basic services are health, education, banking, insurance. These are the basic services that should be provided by the government. So, in order to provide these basic services, the importance of public sector increases in any economy, whether developed or